Hello and good evening out there in YouTube land. This is your boy Vaughn B and the noob adventure L Tone the Great.
Hello, hello.
Gotta give yourself some love there, man.
That's it.
Yeah, so this has been a interesting week for entertainment. It's a couple of shows about to start, a couple of shows ending. Nothing that I don't know, nothing that makes you want to be super excited about. No, it's just like sometimes I just kind of wonder what the future is going to be. Because I saw something where they were talking about doing Dragon Ball and it was going to be all AI. I'm not sure how that works because AI still can't draw hands and fingers.
Wow, let alone anime.
Right. So, it's going to be interesting. And I don't know. It should be it. Who knows? All right. Well, we're going to get into the first topic of the day. And it's something that Chris Gore. You heard of Chris Gore?
Why does the name sound familiar?
I think G4 TV, the Attack of the Show, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Attack of the Show, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So he said something, I think it was a while ago, and it's pretty true. It's basically Disney, like when Disney acquired, when they acquired Star Wars, they acquired it because they were a girl brand and they wanted to branch out into a boy brand stuff, and they screwed up Star Wars because since they're such a powerful girl brand, they couldn't help themselves but trying to turn Star Wars into a girls brand.
This is gonna be a good one.
Right. No, I mean, that's basically just what happened. It just that's kind of how Disney rolls, and it's kind of hard to, especially depending on like the people that they have on staff, like they can't really help themselves. So,
I think before we delve into this article, I think it
mm,
was always, I don't know, it's kind of like, it's underneath that sci-fi realm, which is
mm,
generally male dominated.
mm,
But at the same time, there were always fans of Star Wars who were girls.
mhm,
Like uh, we grew up being a Star Wars fan and family. My sister liked Star Wars.
mhm.
My mom really had no idea, but she found the movies entertaining. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the
So
same. It's the same thing with like with Japanese stuff, right? And a lot of the companies, what they're starting to realize is, for whatever reason, they decided for like a while, I don't know, maybe a decade or so, to try to appeal to because they're because more people outside of Japan that are in Japan, so they started trying to appeal to Western gamers, and they're starting to come to the realization is that the thing that people like is the Japanese-ness of the Japanese stuff, right? If that makes any sense. So changing it so that you all right? You there? Okay, I don't know. Elton, are you still there? No, I don't know. I'll just keep talking. All right. Well, changing their stuff so that okay. And we lost Elton. All right. Well, changing their stuff so that it basically appeals to Western gamers kind of made it so that it would the uniqueness about the Japanese stuff was gone, you know. And I think they're starting to realize that that was a mistake. So I don't know what's up with Elton. We kind of lost him. Let's get into this article. We wait for him to come back. All right, Disney damaged Star Wars by trying to turn it into a girl brand. So this article came out like on the 9th. And I thought it was an interesting topic, so I decided to like bring this up. So when Disney purchased Lucasfilm in 2012 for $4 billion, millions of Star Wars fans were filled with excitement and hope. I was one of them. Like George was, I don't know how to say this. George was having not really quality issues, but more the like he was a king of his castle and no one could tell him what was good, what was bad. They just wouldn't say anything to him. So the product was really starting to lag. One thing that was good though was when he allowed the what they call extended universe to exist, and he let other people tell stories inside of Star Wars universe. And I think the prequels would have been much better if he allowed other people to at least help him with the story. All right. But there's a significant wave of anxiety and skepticism among long-time fans. I really didn't have anxiety because Disney at that point still had a lot of built-in what's the word I'm looking for? Not panache or anything like that. It is they had I don't know exactly what the word I'm looking for, but they had a goodwill built up. So it's like, could be cool. It's like they could put a lot of money behind it. Not that money was a thing that George was worried about, but you get the Disney magic on it. The announcement of a new trilogy after the original saga promised to return to galaxy far, far away, reigniting anticipation for the franchise and drawing both nostalgic and new audiences back to theaters. Then the release of The Force Awakens in 2015 reignited that excitement. But it quickly became clear that Disney had a very different vision for Star Wars. So this is a thing from Mark Hamill, and like all these people were still alive. They are, you know, at the time. Well, she's gone, but she was alive at the time. So therefore, you could have had a reunion of sort of the OGs from Star Wars, and then you could have used that story to basically. You're right there, bro.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Did you hit a button?
I tripped a cable
No. Okay.
very lightly. That was amazing that it turned the internet off.
Wow. You went. Wow. I guess when you trip a cable, you trip a.
I tripped time and space itself.
Yeah. Can destroy the internet from yourself. Oh, all right. Well, what up back? All right. So what I was talking about was like, so Mark Hamill put this post out, I guess, back in 2019 about missed opportunities. It's like, well, Disney. Oh, so the article starts about how fans were filled with excitement and hope, but there was a significant wave of anxiety and skepticism among longtime fans. I'm like, I really wasn't that because at that point, Disney still had like they hadn't screwed their name up yet. So I was like, okay, a little bit of Disney magic behind Star Wars. It should be interesting.
Right, I was excited when that happened.
Yeah, and then they just kind of like screwed the pooch, as say. And
What
this,
what is
this,
Mark Hamill trying to say there when he posted that?
I think what he's trying to say is that since this is April 29th, when did all right, so it was 4 years after The Force Awakens, and like this what could
Oh,
have happened. So this is, I think at this point, I think she was dead.
uh-huh.
And it's like, so this will never happen.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think a lot of fans are saying that. And like he hadn't completely destroyed his reputation at that point either. It's like there was certain things if you knew about Mark Hamill, then you would you'd be a little skeptical of him. But most of the normie folks didn't really really know about that yet. Because this is 6 years ago. So it was Twitter, but it wasn't like people were on it, but he wasn't really just going crazy for the most
Mhm.
part. At least around 2015. So this is before Trump. So this is like after Trump. So he didn't lost his mind and all that other stuff. So dead fan base don't really like him no more as a person. So it's like, yeah, it would have been interesting.
I've
And the
heard
fact,
about that, like outside of acting and stuff.
yeah, he's a
Yeah,
horrible person.
he's like, yeah. Oh, you said it. Don't come
No,
after
dude.
me, Mark Hamill.
No, I like the all right. So the thing is that we didn't know who stars were, right? So we had like no idea who none of these people actually were. All you had was the press, like the facade that the studios. Oh, okay. I saw that you sent a message.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so you had the studios who controlled the image of their stars. So as far as you was concerned, these are well educated, well mannered, had all their mental faculties and all that stuff. It was now we know that most of these people are bad shit,
Hmm.
crazy, narrow minded, stuck in their own bubble type of people. So like none of that stuff actually helped Star Wars. So the legacy of characters were undermined. One of the most painful aspects of longtime fans was how Disney mistreated the franchise original heroes. Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Leia Organa were iconic figures who had shaped Star Wars universe for decades. The fact that what they did with his name was that was so you know about the Han Solo movie, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
And you remember how he got his name?
Yeah.
He was trying to get off of his home planet, and the guy asked him what his last name was, and he said, well, I don't know him, I don't have a last name. So
Oh,
the
so
guy looked at,
he said Solo, right?
yeah, he said, you by
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yourself. And it's like, if you are a diehard like Star Wars fan, you was like, what, that makes like no sense. Bro, Solo, like they run Coruscant, not Coruscant, Corellia. His family runs that planet. The Solo name is like a it it it's power. He was the son of he was basically the son of royalty, for a better word. Like he went to the Imperial like Academy. So that's how he got the red marks on his pants tied into his family name. So it makes you really understand the sacrifice he did to help Chewie out. Because he basically ostracized himself from his family for the most part by doing that. Because he basically embarrassed them. So then he became a smuggler and all this other stuff, and that just ties into why he is like how he is.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, and in the first movie, when they're escaping from the second one. When they're escaping from when they were hooked to the side of the Star Destroyer, and he knows the procedures, because the reason why he knows the procedures because he was in the military. And then you just decide, screw all of that, throw all of that interesting backstory out, and give him just make it goofy.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Like in that movie, how he got that name, or during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of seemed like a I don't know.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, so this guy says Hans reduced to a disillusioned absentee father. Yeah. Luke became a bitter recluse who abandoned his ideas, and only Leia maintained some semblance of her farmer strength. Yeah. I wonder why. But even she provided comfort to Rey rather than longtime friend Chewbacca when Han was unceremoniously killed off in the first sequel. Carrie Fisher had more than a few complaints about her role in the sequel trilogy. Right. So they basically screwed up her character because they were so focused on creating a new group of people that they So that would make this you could have had this whole thing. It could be one last adventure and introduce characters along the way that help them in their one last adventure, and then you can go on from there.
That would have been a much better way to continue the series.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point, and very simply said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So perhaps the most controversial shift was Disney's conscious decision to make Star Wars a girl brand. Despite the franchise's predominantly male fan base, Disney positioned female characters as the new heroes. Rey, to lead the sequel trilogy, was a strong female Jedi, and the phrase "the Force is female" became a rallying cry under Lucasfilm's leadership. This shift was confirmed the following year when 2016's Rogue One also featured a female protagonist. Their efforts to elevate women in Star Wars under the guise of promoting diversity and inclusion, which typically means non-white guy,
Mhm.
Disney pushed the agenda that alienated many longtime fans. The inorganic focus on feminist themes and female leads, often at the expense of the franchise's traditional storytelling and character development, was seen by many as pandering rather than genuine progress, particularly since the Star Wars brand has always appealed to boys far more than girls. So Chris Gore, like turning, and this is basically what he said. This was like in 2023. Turning Marvel and Star Wars into girl brands will prove to be one of the costliest decisions in entertainment history. So DEI casting over substance. And the fact that they put him in this, it's like he is not a DEI thing. He's freaking Samuel L. Jackson. That's so he is not a DEI. So I don't know why they stuck these two in this picture. But like everything else, she was in the no, these see all right. So this one and this one, this one and this one should not be in this picture. Because they weren't DEI cast. They was just cast. They played a part, right? So all the other stuff from putting freaking black people in the empire. Like, wait a minute, they're the space Nazis. They wouldn't be inclusive. I'm like, dude, am I lying? It's like they try to act like they're like the empire is going to be inclusive. So you got the Andor and the chicken. They got a chicken charge of the friggin' it's like she's in charge of she's like she have the white Grand Admiral like uniform on. It's like, dude, these people are Nazis. They destroyed planets, killed people. They wouldn't be inclusive. They didn't give two shits about. They didn't care about like they were discriminatory to aliens, females, all that because they're the bad guys. Which was weird is like how they tried to humanize the bad guys.
I feel like they do that a lot.
Right? It was like a weird thing. Like, why would you do that? But the reason why they did that is you hire a bunch of people who cannot create anything on their own. So therefore, they're like parasites who attach themselves to stuff, thinking that they can just slowly replace the thing that they're attached themselves to, and that the people who are fans of that will still stick around and just still stay fans when they have completely rearranged what the original thing was. This like, all right, so I mean, I keep having conversations with my friends about this kind of stuff, and he's like, "Why do you care about like this kind of things?" And my thing is like, I don't get people who think like this, and it's like so many different type. Like, all right, so in the Clayton and Clark in the WNBA, right?
Yeah.
They like a bunch of women who play in the WNBA had just decided that the fan base that Caitlin Clark has should just be magically transferred over to Aja Wilson. Just because they decided that she is the most important person in the WNBA.
Yeah, I remember that whole spiel.
Dude, they're still trying to do it, which is crazy. It's like, that's not how this works. You can make people fans of stuff if you tell a good story and you create well done characters. That's what I said. If they would have did a final adventure of the old crew, and then you could have had Finn and everybody else. It's like you could, if you wanted to make Rey a, a Jedi, make her hit like just a member of like Luke's school. She could have been just one of the students at his school that he took with him to go do something.
Nope, girl boss.
No, but you could still
No, but they could have went that route. That's true.
right. So like because if you would have kept Han and Leia together, Han was a general. You still can do Finn, and you can still do what's the other one? Poe. So you can do Poe. So Poe could be attached to those two, and then in their adventure, they come across like a base that has stormtroopers, and they get helped out by a discontented stormtrooper who helps them escape. As they escape, Luke notices that the force is strong with this stormtrooper. You find more backstory about how he got kidnapped as a kid and blah 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 blah. There's your story.
That would have been a lot better.
Right. So then you could have had the two Jedi. You can have your minority Jedi and your female Jedi. Luke dies heroically, or however you want to do it, or he gets incapacitated or something, and they need to go do something in the next thing to bring him back to life, or whatever it is. There you go, your basis for the next one. Han and Leia retires back, and then you got these three in the next movie trying to save Luke. Then they find some hidden whatever, and there is your final confrontation in the third movie. Finn and Rey are really strong in their uses of the Force at this point. You don't have to shit on the old characters, but they don't know how to do stuff like that.
That would have been a lot better. Yeah, to like have them like be with the legacy characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't, instead of just like, oh, we'll just throw in these characters over here, and this person is already a master at using the Force.
Yeah, so because she's a Padawan or whatever in the first thing, so you can show Luke training her. Then you can show Luke like training Finn at the same time as they go on whatever, just showing them stuff. Like, I'm gonna bring you back to the school, but this is how you do this is how you do that. So you got training this, and you can establish that she has some training because she was going to the school.
That way doesn't undermine the legacy characters also.
Right. But that's the biggest problem with these folks is they don't know how to do that kind of stuff. And what they also don't know how to do is let their female characters have flaws. She can be young and she can do stupid stuff because she's young, but she can learn from it. Like that a lot that helps you to be able to root for this person because they're overcoming their bad traits and all that stuff. So
nah. They just are like, nah.
Yeah, dude, it just like makes no. There are ways that they could have done this, but oh, you got hold on. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Not much.
Very
Elton destroyed his internet for a little bit.
Just by giving it a light tap of the foot.
No, we just finished like talking a little bit. Like I'm not gonna read the whole article, but talking about how Disney did basically destroyed Star Wars by turning it into a girls' brand. Like,
yeah, that's. I mean, that's true. That's what that was their plan.
Yeah, and I just told Elton like what my idea of what they could have done with the sequels. that probably would have been way more interesting. And it's a simple hero's journey type thing where you show people how this, everyone gets together organically. But I don't think nobody over at Disney actually understands how to do that anymore. Just like, was it somebody, I don't know who it was saying how 2D cartoons aren't appealing to the youth anymore. I'm like, that's a crazy thing to say, given how popular anime is, and anime is basically 2D cartoons, like all of it, except for some 3D parts here and there. But for the most part, like 90% of it is 2D animation.
And that appeals for kids still, and for everyone.
Yeah, it's like huge. It's like this huge thing.
I mean, I don't know. Remember, they have Queen Amidala, Princess Leia, two of the biggest characters in Star Wars, and they're female.
Right. So they pretend, just like how for Riri Williams, they're acting like, she's the Black Iron Man, and it's like, yeah, War Machine has been around for like 30 years. Yeah, we already got a Black Iron Man. He's been around for a long time. So, all right. So, I know what we can talk about. That kind of ties into what we just finished talking about. It's about the X-Men reboot.
Actually, Denzel don't look that bad.
Right, but the thing is, though, is Magneto's character is tied into him being in Auschwitz. What could have possibly happened to him in the last? Seriously, you talk about 90 years ago. Nothing of any scale has happened to anybody who looks like this that can be more life altering than that.
Is that just a rumor? Or is just confirmed?
No. All this is just kind of speculation. It's claimed that he wants to differentiate his X-Men from the previous versions.
It's just gonna be worse and worse.
Yeah. So it's all right.
That's a DEI. That's a DEI thing.
Yeah, that's basically. And it's highly stupid to be doing right now when that is dying a very quick death. It's like any hint of DEI in anything is getting like completely just like whatever. I'm not giving you money for this. Any hint. Doesn't matter how good the product probably is. Any little whatever, like, nah, I'm good.
Why does he still have a job? What's it? Faggy? What's his name?
Yeah, Feige.
Faggy. How can he still have a job with all this?
Because he made Disney a lot of money, and they're hoping that he can turn this around. And Disney doesn't have anything else. They
That's
have completely
true. The backstory of Magneto, like he lived through he was a Holocaust survivor, right?
Yeah. And that is why he's so ruthless about what he does, because he knows what could possibly happen if the government decides to persecute you. So he knows from firsthand experience what could happen. So all the kumbaya stuff is like, nah, bro. I've seen how this can possibly. So we're not doing this, and I have the power now to prevent this from happening. So that's why he is ruthless as he is. Well, there is nothing in the last 70 years that can compete with that. Nothing. So it's like, what are they going to do? It's like, is he going to be Haitian or something? Or like, you got to maybe Rwanda, maybe, but I don't know how you would tie that in.
But then that would be rewriting the character.
Right. Well, making a black
that wouldn't be Magneto then, right?
No, it'll be just name only.
Yeah, name only. Exactly.
But the fact that this is even, given how everything is right now, the fact that this is even a rumor, that this is something that has come across somebody communicating, like saying anything about this is stupid. All right, so X-Men rumors came via Jeff Snyder on a hot mic while going over possible actors playing Spider-Man 4 villains. Snyder mentioned that the old rumor that Sadie Sink was playing Jean Grey, which I got an article that said that's probably not true. So says that Daisy Edgar Jones is up to play Jean Grey in X-Men reboot. She's known for Twisters, blah blah blah. Whoever. I ain't gonna lie. Listening to him do Magneto sayings will be funny. This is just hilarious. This visual is just hilarious to look at. It will go over like a wet fart, but it will be very. Rumors that Denzel Washington playing Magneto in Feige's X-Men reboot is confirmed that he has a role in Black Panther 3. Interestingly, shared that he himself is a big fan of the X-Men. So Snyder says he continues to hear Feige wants black actors for the roles of not only Magneto but Professor X as well. It says it would be interesting if they had a black counterpart as Charles. Coleman Domingo is someone who I think is high on that list. Actually voices Harry Osborn and yeah, because they decided to make the Green Goblin black on that cartoon. It's like okay. It's like whatever. Patrick Schwarzenegger, name previously rumored to be Cyclops. Dude, it's like I don't get these fucking people, dude. Like seriously.
Are you gonna go watch Ballerina?
No.
Come on, Shelvan.
No.
At first, I see the trailer. I was like, "Oh, John Wick's back," and
Yeah.
then I seen it was, "Oh no, it's the Ballerina. It's a different movie."
Well, I mean,
Spinoff.
this is Lance. That dude's. I think it's one of his final appearances. So that's gonna be like kind of bittersweet. Because this is the last one he's gonna because it's like a prequel or something.
No.
So I think maybe no, it's just like, dude, I am over the 5'2", 90-pound chick beating the crap out of people.
Is this the last the Thunderbolt? Is this the last Marvel movie for this year?
No, Fantastic Four is about to come out in another month or so.
That
And
will be till the fall, ain't it?
then,
For summer?
I think it's in the summer. Because I know
And what was the other one
no,
you talking about? The Iron what?
Ironheart, that
Ironheart.
yeah, that they're gonna crap that out as quickly as possible.
I did not watch that. I did not watch Thunderbolts.
I haven't even watched Captain America, the other
I
one.
didn't watch that either.
Bro, all right, so I like I was talking to Ricky at work about I just watched yesterday I watched Winter Soldier. And it's so good that it pisses you off how bad they are right now. So it's like the way that they did the Black Widow is she uses acrobatics to throw dudes off. She doesn't physically overpower anybody. It's just the way that she fights. So she fights in a way that is a lot of Tai Chi type stuff. It's like throw you off balance. So when she's fighting friggin' when she's fighting the Winter Soldier, he just basically manhandles her because she can't beat him. And they show you that in the movie. It's like there are no quips, there are no jokes. Well, there's like one or two jokes, but everything is serious. This is essentially a James Bond movie with Captain America in it. So it's just like it was refreshing to watch something without this goofy ass James Gunn humor everywhere, every 5 minutes. Somebody had like Thor Ragnarok on. It's like 5 minutes into the movie, his jokes, his like sight gags, is like all kind of stuff. He's having a conversation with Suter, and he's slowly spinning around in a circle. So as Suter is trying to give his bad guy speech, he's telling him, hold up. Like I'll eventually spin around so that we can continue. So it's just little goofy ass humor. It's like, dude,
It's gotten so much. It used to be really good, or it wasn't like over the top. Now
mm-hmm.
I don't know. they kind of overdo it in the later movies.
Right. It's because
Yeah.
it worked for a little bit, but it's so overdone. It's just like insane. And I've heard there's like parts in the Thunderbolts is the same thing. It's like a serious moment happens, and then someone tells a joke. It's like, dude, let the serious moment happen. Let us feel it for a little bit, and then move on to the next scene. And that's basically like when you look at the older ones, they did that. It was like, all right, this thing happened. This was a bad thing that just happened, and we're gonna let this ride out, and we're gonna like serious. It was serious. There's no fat Thor. There's no like yeah. When you get to Endgame and all that, that's when you get like preppy friggin' Hulk and fat Thor and that kind of thing. Oh, I don't know. All right, well, there are two. Okay. All right, so you know the chick from Sadie. You know who Sadie Sink is, right?
No.
80 Sync.
She is like
Oh, the actress in Stranger Things.
yeah. So
Yeah.
there was speculation who like she's in Spider-Man 4, so speculation of who she is. All right. So it's rumbling. So this was like they were saying because she's a redhead that she would play Jean Grey because they got to introduce mutants somehow, right? Learned that she would star in Spider-Man Brand New Day, but not as the powerful psychic. Her role has been kept under wraps, but the Hot Mic podcast, John Roca revealed that what he's heard, apparently, she is going to play Mayday Parker. She's Tobey Maguire's and Mary Jane's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she has all this. She's basically a mutant. So she has all this. So she has Spider-Man's power. Her mutant powers, and she has her dad's powers.
That's cool.
Yeah. So first child of Peter and Mary Jane. At that point, he got really hurt. Like he was, I don't know who he's fighting, but he got really hurt and he lost his leg. So he has like a prosthetic leg. So what he does is he is a scientist for the police department. So she got her powers when like they actually did a run of her comic. It was pretty good because she got like her powers when she became a teacher, because that's usually how mutants work, is when they go into puberty, their powers kick in. So it was actually pretty interesting. So okay, well, what the hell is that? Yeah, so it said it will likely be a friend of Tom Holland's Peter, filling the void left by Mary Jane and Ned, even though both of them are in the movie, supposedly. I don't know how long they're going to be in the movie because we don't they don't know who he is. He said that Mr. Negative is going to be, I think, supposedly going to be the bad guy. Like, basically, he is the villain in the first and I think the first Spider-Man game. So I don't know. It should be interesting.
I think that's a cool casting choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's a redhead, but but although they're gonna have to darken her hair up because while Mayday does, her hair color is more like Peter's than Mary Jane's.
Oh. Uh-huh.
So they probably gonna have to darken her hair, but I don't know how this it's this multiverse stuff, dude. I was like, I don't know how any of this stuff is gonna work and how well, at least it's not Spider-Gwen.
Oh. Not a fan of that one. I presume.
No, it's like not really, no. Because they're trying it's another one of those they're trying way too hard to push these characters type thing. And nothing about it is organic.
It's so forced, yeah.
Yeah, it's all forced. And because they also have Gwenpool. So basically in an alternate universe, Gwen Stacy became Deadpool. So instead of red, she wears pink. So, but she does everything that she's Deadpool. So all the craziness, all of the talking to herself, all of the breaking of the fourth wall, her character does.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it was kind of like when they were trying to race and gender swap all of their characters. You okay there, Ricky?
Yeah, I'm listening to you guys.
You on your phone?
No, I mean that subject. I don't know. I don't know what you guys talking about that subject.
Oh no, it's like it's just more stuff for Spider-Man 4. So, which is probably gonna lead me to believe that Tobey Maguire is gonna show up at some point. I don't know if he's gonna be in that movie or maybe in Doomsday, or Secret Wars, and hopefully they do a thing where they just completely destroy all the multiverse. So you ain't got to worry about this crap later on. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to hear a story about William Shatner? Yeah. It has something to do with planets in the solar system.
To do with?
All right. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Okay. He is a call to action to Donald Trump. And can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Calls for Donald Trump to name the 10th planet in the solar system.
Mercury, Venus, Mars.
No. All right. So, no incredible, hilarious tweets in recent years. The fact that this dude is like 95 years old.
That's insane to me. Still, he still looks so, he looks good, and his faculties are all still there.
Patrick Stewart looks like he's about to kill over, and he's like 10 years younger than him. And he talks like this. And as much as I love the Picard season 3, he was super like old. Dude, like, bro. There is no action part about whatever it is that you are doing. All right, so saying that should name a new 10th planet in the solar system. He shares a different moves a little differently when it comes to his online postings. He's mentioned that he goes to 4chan in the past and defended Elon Musk this year when the radical left tried to falsely brand him as a Nazi. The Canadian actor mostly veers away from politics, however, and has taken a middle of the road stance with shots at both sides, which is commendable. When questioned on it, he has stated his opinion doesn't matter because he can't vote in the U.S. elections anyway. He never became a citizen. Oh, that's crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, his attitude. So he's been here for this long, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna still be Canadian." I'm like, all right. More beloved by fans, yes, because we're kind of tired of these actors trying to tell everybody how they should live their life, when most of these people are screwed up beyond measure. Although he does take pot shots at George Takei all the damn time, which is funny. You got one old man yelling at another old man. Okay. In politics has only made him more beloved by fans, as many have become exhausted with the relentless extreme leftist political postings of sci-fi film stars like Mark Hamill and George Takei, who have come across as bitter, angry, and ridiculous in recent years online. While Shatner isn't overtly political, he isn't afraid to reference it either, and he's made a poignant post regarding astronomy of all topics on X. So there's a 10th planet that was found in our solar system. I think that we need to change the rules on who gets to name it, because the ridiculous astronomers union, who not only failed to name Pluto's moon Vulcan and then demoted Pluto as a planet, appears to be just a bunch of corrupt nerds on a power trip. I suggest that we get Trump to name it, and while he is at it, restore Pluto as a planet and put an end to the union's tyranny of the cosmos. So it's like article about the international for naming Pluto against naming Pluto Vulcan, which came from 2013. Something apparently Shatner bookmarked or remembered. And perspective. There doesn't appear to be any new news regarding a
Ah,
potential 10th planet.
rats.
So this post appears to be entirely in fun on William Shatner's part. The last major discussion of potential 10th planet came back in 2017, as reported by several scientific websites. China's joke is poignant, however, because Donald Trump renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which upsets leftists, but quickly added to Google Maps, I bet with a current version still in parentheses. Dude, this is hilarious.
You know the funny part about that?
What?
That in Mexico, Google is not allowed to put that.
No, they're suing Google.
No, but in Mexico, if they want to have Google in Mexico, they
Right.
don't put. They still put Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're like, I know they sued them, so maybe Google was like I don't like I don't care.
This reminds me of the Philippines. It's like the West Philippine Sea and the South China Sea.
Yeah.
What's funny though is like they're getting butthurt about it. I'm like, dude, we are all the Americas, so it's not like it'd be different if he named it the
Gulf of the United
United
States.
States, but he didn't. He named the Gulf of America. We're all in America, so like it's a Gulf in the Americas. So I don't know. So I like the whole lightheartedness of this, and he seems to roll how these stars should roll. Personal politics, nobody cares. Keep that to yourself.
It's
You're
so
not gonna
funny
do-
because America is the name of an Italian.
Right. So, dude, it is what it is. You know, it is like I am curious if they're not going to do it because most of these scientific community is full of leftist people. But if they did, I can't even imagine what he would call it. He probably just name it Trump or something. Planet Trump.
You probably would.
So, dude.
Yeah, you call it Trump. You'll say it's the most beautiful ocean.
It would use
Yeah.
hyperbole. It's
Never,
like, oh,
never
the greatest
best
planet
ocean
ever
than the
discovered.
Trump Ocean.
Trump Ocean.
Dude, I would like, bro, I would put it up to a vote, like put it up on Truth Social and have people just like post names and see what people will come up with.
Dude, you're doing stuff. That's waste of time.
Dude,
Just waste of
bruh. It will be funny though. Because people will probably come up with all kind of crap. Oh, all right. Speaking of funny, I was telling Elton about this. Let's see if I can find this. Before we get to the thing I want to talk about, this should actually interest you there, Ricky. Here we go. HBO delays Game of Thrones spinoff A Night of Seven Kingdoms to 2026.
Gosh.
what the hell? Why?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. We have a bit of disappointment in Westeros fans as Warner Brothers Discovery announces a shift in premiere date for the highly anticipated Game of Thrones prequel series, A Night in Seven Kingdoms. During the company's upfront presentation, Casey Bloys, chairman and CEO of HBO and Max Content, revealed that the adaptation of George R.R. Martin's Dunk and Egg, not novellas, now will debut in early 26, moving from its previously slated 2025 release. Sources indicated that the 6-episode first season, based on the initial novella The Hedge Knight, is now expected to arrive Q1 of 2026. The series chronicles the adventures of Sir Duncan the Tall, Dunk, and his young squire, Aegon V Targaryen Egg, roughly a century before the events of Game of Thrones. He has given his approval. I've seen all 6 episodes now, so they're finished. So if they're done, like why?
What? But I thought House of Dragon season 3 is gonna be in 26.
Dude, I have no idea. Let's see if they actually say why. I mean, age fantasy, tall. Okay, and first announced spinoff 2021 footage of the spinoff. They don't say why. It just got pushed back.
That
So, I don't know.
sucks. I was hoping for a good show in the summer, so
There's always Ironheart.
is that a movie? That's a series.
Ironheart? No, it's a
Yeah.
series. Dude,
What's the series?
they're putting on 3 episodes in one time. I'm like, dude, I don't
They
want to
just
watch
want to
one.
get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I want to watch. Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Elton, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Dude, they should do all like however. I don't even know how many episodes. They should just release them all. Make it just dump it.
Just release all of them.
Yeah. Oh, and we do have some HBO news as well. So we got that, and we also have
The
this.
Peacemaker.
No. The Discovery decided to change Max back to HBO Max because branding is
I
hard.
knew it.
Yeah, HBO, man.
Right, because people didn't know what the hell. It's like, oh, is it
Max,
Cinemax?
yeah.
Like, what is this?
No, just hearing HBO, a lot of things come to your mind. You think of like quality.
Mhm.
It's a brand, so
Yeah, so I don't know why they decided to change it in the first place. Then just Max, now an announcement that feels like a rebrand or more like a corporate U-turn. Warner Brothers Discovery.
What happened to Showtime, man? Remember Showtime and HBO are like the best, the two rivals?
Yeah.
Showtime just died.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who actually owns Showtime.
Well, they were at Paramount Plus, but I'm not sure they own them. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Name so nice they use it twice. If it sounds absurd, it's because it is. The decision to drop the HBO in favor of Max in 2023 was sold as a bold move to appeal to a broader audience. Strategy aimed at making room for a wider slate of programming from Discovery, TLC, and HDTV, among others. The goal is clear: shed the old school HBO brand and complete with the likes of Netflix, Prime Video, and Hulu by casting a wider net. Yet, as critics pointed out at the time, the name Max didn't come with the same built-on credibility as HBO did, as Elton just stated. While the move made sense on paper, in practice, it didn't actually pay off. Max, after all, was most closely tied to Cinemax, a secondary, less prestigious network than the home of Succession, The Sopranos, of Euphoria, and A House of Dragon. Now, barely a year later, Warner Brothers Discovery is walking it back, bringing back the HBO Max moniker and what can only be described as a branding do-over. According to the official Warner Brothers Discovery press release, the HBO Max change will take effect sometime in 2025 as part of a larger shift in strategy. So, I guess this is a lot of them talking about it. I don't think none of this was actually help because to be honest, like this streaming stuff, you watch it for the shows, and
branding helps. But yeah, you're gonna check out whatever programs the streaming service has first before you commit to it. So
yeah, it's like, dude, when you get into younger people, they're just watching YouTube and TikTok. They're not even looking at any of this shit.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's like if you're tempted, they're not gonna know what HGTV or any of those other things are. Like, one, how are they gonna DEI stuff when they don't even own houses? It's not like you're gonna be out repainting somebody else's house. There was just so much stuff. Was like weird. The weird part of you got everyone is in charge is still looking at stuff like it's the past and not really thinking about it. It's like, all right, well, we need to appeal to a younger audience, and what are they looking at? So they're increasingly fighting over a diminishing audience. All right, well, there's a bunch some other stuff. We got like there's like a new Annihilation movie that's gonna come that's rumored to be in development. They talk about Agents of Shield. Like she's one of the people from Agents of Shield is gonna make her debut in the MCU. And what else? Yeah. I do want to look at the Vader thing, but other than like people getting geared up for a Superman and all that. I don't know. I looked at the trailer. I thought that was kind of meh. Didn't really excite me.
The Superman trailer.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
kind of like
I saw it earlier too.
yeah, like I don't know. Henry Cavill's Voltron is going to streaming, not a theatrical release. It's understandable because again, this as much as I love Voltron, that is something that came out in the anime that it's based off of is something from like the early 80s, late 70s.
Uh,
I When is the last thing with Voltron? It's like the Transformers. It's like I don't think the Transformers connects with younger audiences like that. It's more for old people like me.
I don't remember Voltron.
Yeah, with the all right, I'll show they got a picture. Uh okay. All right, here we go. All right, so it's the five lions form one giant robot. It is very, very, very 80s.
I don't remember it.
oh,
You know-
I know Voltron.
Yeah. Let's see.
Isn't that a
You cannot get more 80s than that.
Oh my gosh, that was very 80s.
So I'm a little curious as to what they're going to like, how they're gonna, I guess, modernize that because it's very, very 80s. So I'm not shocked that they're gonna put that out on streaming and not necessarily. I mean, you know, there've been a lot of good movies on streaming, so it's not necessarily a knock, but you know, it's very, very 80s. Like a lot. So if I showed this to my godson, he would have no idea. Like, what
Probably
the
wouldn't
hell?
be able to appreciate it.
I mean, like, no, he likes anime, but it's just it's old. It's from my child. It was basically came out when I was his age. A long time ago, right?
Campiness and everything.
Right.
Not even campy. I don't know if that's the word for that, but very 80s.
Right. So it's like depending on how much the budget is, it's like I don't know. It really depends on what they do, to be perfectly honest.
So it's
gonna bring
not
it
a
out?
rumor, it is coming out.
Hmm?
It is coming out.
Yeah. It's Amazon. So it's gonna be on Amazon Prime.
Mm.
Okay. So it's like they also pushed the Highlander movie to Amazon too. So it's because they're both like 80s properties. No release date for it. The principal photography, which began in December 2024, wrapped recently in Australia, so they're finished filming it. Despite Amazon's commitment to a theatrical exhibition, Vulture's going straight to their Prime Video service. Roadhouse, another resurrection of a cult 1980s IP, debuted exclusively on Prime, was a huge hit. Like I said, it's not like a horrible thing. It's just kind of like, I mean, I'm gonna like it, but it's like I have no idea how many people are gonna, just like yourself, either don't remember or it's like, okay, because it's very, I say it's very 80s. They form a giant robot. They wait till the last minute. They got like a super weapon. It was just a sword, and they always wait until the last minute to use it instead of just killing the damn thing in the first 5 minutes. But that's what he did, right? So it's like we got like, it's kind of like with Dragon Ball Z. It's like Goku. They always fight in their regular form, So they're just going to their highest level and just completely destroying whatever the hell they're fighting. So like it's a I don't think they really do because like with solo leveling, that wasn't the case. It was just he just used everything he had right now. So. All right. Dude, you know how much the budget for GTA 6 was? Like the
How much?
game that's coming out? 1 billion.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit.
Dude,
Oh my gosh.
apparently they're still selling 5 million copies of GTA 5 like on a regular basis.
Oh wow.
They're making money hand over fist, so it's like
Oof.
and I think I saw something where it was like you can commit crimes and like it is a they were describing like the game. It was like, oh, you can be a criminal. Like, no shit. The title's Grand Theft Auto. Like,
You're not exactly going around being a saint.
no, I am curious because the rumor is that they're gonna have a pride parade in it. I can't even imagine what they'll let you do. And if they decide to let you like not do anything, that's gonna piss a lot of people off. Not because they want to be able to drive through pride parades or whatever. It's like you're changing GTA to appease like some other people. So it's like, well, what else are you changing to appease? That's what the whole point of this game is for you to be a reckless asshole running around just doing dumb shit. They got a lot of people who never actually played the story. Just like
They just play to like make havoc and create chaos.
Pretty much.
That's true.
Dude, like for the fourth one, and when you was in New York City, I think that was the first time they let you do co-op. Bro, we was running around just throwing bombs off the seeing how many cops we can get to chase us. That's essentially what we were doing.
That is so true.
Yeah, it feels like a stress reliever kind of thing. All right, so we're at an hour, but we got to talk about this one last thing though, which I thought was funny. All right, Fortnite's AI Darth Vader has only been live for an hour and already Epic has patched out him saying fuck.
Gosh, it's really like a 2025 topic.
That will sustain me in battle.
What freaking fucking food is that, Darth Vader?
Oh
Tell
God,
me.
double down.
Freaking, fucking.
Wow,
Such vulgarity does not become you.
not
Padme.
allowed.
You inquire about
Oh my
sustenance.
God, no,
And
oh
yet
my
speak
God.
like a common thug. As for what sustains
Fuck.
me,
Oh my God,
you
no,
would
no, no,
not
God.
comprehend its composition.
Oh my
It is
I made him swear.
That's
That is
great.
dude. That is they got more. So let's see if I can find any. So look, he did. All right, he did sell his voice to I don't know who he sold it to. So Darth Vader is gonna sound like James Earl Jones forever. So see if the replies. No, they're not letting me. Okay, I'm trying to find like they got clips of like other stuff. See if I can find it. Fortnite Darth Vader. Right.
Don't it need Disney Star Wars Disney the rights for it?
Hmm?
They don't
Disney
need,
No, they're trying to branch out and they're trying to appeal to the youth. The youth.
Like goth Latina mommies.
so apprentice. The appearance of a goth Latina mommy intrigues you. Explain your fascination. Is it a cultural phenomenon I should be aware of, or mere Aesthetic preference.
Darth Vader, I'm gonna kill myself.
Seek assistance from a professional. I do not take commands, Stormtrooper. Seek to witness the culmination of this exercise, then observe. I shall demonstrate the power of the dark side. Oh! The Republic is dead. The Separatists have been crushed. Victory. The Empire's reach extends even to this island. Your efforts, Captain Big Dildo, were adequate. Starflare, your continued disrespect is noted. Test my patience again, and you will learn what it truly means to need a job. Japanese, do you believe fluency in a basic tongue grants you some advantage? Cigarette.
はいはい、で言ってください、ダース・ベイダーさん。
And what, precisely, do you believe I should in this?
What the hell, dude?
He said it! He said it!
Megatron, you have been hit. Take cover immediately. I sense an enemy presence to the west.
Shut, Darth Vader! I've been hit. I'm down.
I knew Reaper. This obsession with John Thickenus is perplexing.
Damn right it is.
Damn right, what is? Chicken.
Bro, how did they like? How did? All right, how did you not know that this was gonna happen? Like seriously. Bro, what the? I ain't gonna lie though. This is very promising what the future of NPCs in these games is gonna be like. Them not having to write dialogue for these things, or you having programming into a shopkeeper that he's a shopkeeper and all the parameters of what he's selling and whatever, and then you can straight up have a whole conversation with a shopkeeper in medieval England. That's gonna be crazy, dude. No static, just stuck. Them just saying the same thing over and over and over again. No, they already got games where the character basically lives in existence. So he leaves his house, he goes to the shop, sells stuff in the shop to a certain point time in the game, closes the shop, and then goes home, and then repeats that. So, bro, this is gonna get wild. Like MMOs, that kind of thing. You're gonna have like it's gonna be like the fucking Matrix. Like seriously, it could be like the Matrix, and you're just entering into their world, and it is gonna be existing in this thing with you not there, and then like it could be progress. It'd probably be like murders, like all kind of crazy stuff happening in whatever environment that you create. That's crazy. But I find it hilarious that they didn't think that this was gonna happen.
That's true. I mean, well, yeah, they should have had the wherewithal to realize. That's funny though, just like actually seeing it or hearing it.
Listening to James Earl Jones say "big dildo."
Damn, like
what the hell, dude? What existence are we living?
Yeah, exactly.
What does his family think about this? Now, the one where he understood Japanese and still said fuck afterwards. Dude. All right. On that note. All right. So what you guys about to get into?
Clean up some things, sleep.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Been a long day. All right. Well, on behalf of myself, Mr. Ricky, and the noob Avenger, Mr. Elton, please like, share, and subscribe to anybody who watches this later. We're out. Peace.
Yeah.